Abundant rise, grand rising. It's so beautiful out. Oh, it's your girl Cass. Welcome to my page, my channel. Cass the Light. What's up? Yo. So I'm just coming on. I was supposed to do this the other day, but Jeannie got me started last rising. So I just wanted to just come on here and just say my piece. There's a lot going on, a lot going on. But I just need y'all to understand, to understand that, one, these are just distractions. Two, these things are gonna make you hold yourself accountable, or the people around you, or just the nation or your society. It's just a lot going on, you know what I'm saying? And as a woman, I'm just deeply, deeply concerned for us. And I know sometimes when I talk, it may sound like I'm judging. No, you guys are just sensitive. And I'm just here to hold each other accountable, if you get what I'm saying, right? So what has been going on? A lot has been going on with the Roe versus Wade, about abortions, with this formula shortage, which is, people are saying it's a milk, milk shortage? No, it's a formula shortage, because that is not the same thing as breast milk. I've been getting a lot of backlash. I mean, I don't call it backlash because y'all didn't tell me nothing. Y'all was just in your victim mentality, telling me excuses or whatever. And these may very well be what you're going through as a woman, but it's just like, what are you gonna do? At the end of the day, your child needs to be fed, right? Because y'all be saying a fed baby is more important than da-da-da. Okay, so what are you gonna do now? How are you going to feed your baby? And it's also the fact that most of you haven't even thought of this even happening to you, which is kind of concerning, because they gave you the easiest option and you went along with it. You get what I'm saying? And because it was the easiest option, which at the end of the day you have no control over, hence now, right? But you fell into the easiest option that can easily be taken away from you as well. And so when we're at this point in time where we're seeing how the government is moving, grand rising, abundant rise, and it's like, what are you gonna do? Like, I hear stories about women not able to breastfeed because of X, Y, Z, unable to produce. I'm just like, at this point, I just want to know, like, ooh, it's so annoying to even think about, to talk about, because this is just as much as like getting into a relationship with somebody, but this relationship is way more in depth, because you literally have to sacrifice your body for it. Like, I don't know, y'all done watered down what it takes to be a mother, or to even guide or raise a child, okay? Y'all have become so systematic that y'all completely, and I'm only saying this too because I was watching something, and what he was saying was just like, okay, the question was, as a man, can you be, if the woman starts making an income, right? Yo, you have no idea. This shit just drives me wild, right? But it was just like, it was asking. I mean, they asked a woman too, but it's just like, if the woman starts to make an income, like, that takes over, like, what both of y'all was making, like, whatever. She got a promotion, or she's just a go-getter where she has an income where she's able to take over the household, like, responsibilities. Would you be okay with the male figure, which is the father, being like a housewife or a dad, I don't even know, a stay-at-home dad. There you go. I'm trying to think of the word. A stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home dad. Would you be okay with it? Some women were like, no. But he was saying, personally, as a man, he's always been like a big dog, an alpha, so he couldn't see himself being in that position. But if it was obviously for the betterment of the kids, it's beneficial for y'all to be at home, that he would probably suck it up until they were in grade school. See, this is why I have a problem. How do you talk to a group of people that is just like, they move around a system, so then they operate with the child as a system? Because he was just like, what would I do? I wouldn't feel da-da-da. But I'm just like, do you guys know how to raise a child, how to be present with the child? Because I don't know how you can ever get bored, which is a mental state of like, it's your mental state. This is like, your mind is a playground. So I'm just like, y'all just be like, oh, until they're in grade school, then it'll be okay. Why grade school? Why are you guys half-assing this whole experience of being a parent, a mother, a father? You guys believe that in order to thrive, right, you have your own experience, and I guess like your child has a different one, instead of you integrating the child with your experiences. That's how they really grow. It's not, oh, I'm going to send them off to school and then I'm going to do what I want. Why do you not want your kids involved in the things that you're doing? That y'all literally got so caught up in this system that y'all literally raise your kids like systems, when they're whole human beings with emotions and want to grow and expand and want to experience life just like you do. Literally, get back to child, because y'all are like, so, yeah, y'all keep getting tricked out of your spot. That's what I keep saying. Because again, y'all feeding y'all kids to the wolves instead of them being around you, right? So they can experience you, see what you do. You rather send them off to a indoctrination system where they don't teach them shit about knowing self, perseverance, discipline, what the world is about, being a good person, thinking for self. Like, y'all give them the shorthand of the stick, like, each and every time y'all do that. You know, the 1%, if they send their child to school, it's just for the experience, just to know how to like be around other people. But y'all could do that at a fucking playground. Real shit. I don't know why you need a system to tell you how to do this. But let me run it back, because at this point, even when it comes to breastfeeding, y'all just put it in a system like, oh, okay, well, I just can automatically put formula, or this is a backup automatically. And it's just like, it's so upsetting, because it's just like, with any relationship, right, you need to come whole. And one of your deepest and longest relationship is gonna be with your child, outside of yourself, right? With your child, especially early on. And I just firmly believe, if you're gonna be a whole person before you enter a relationship with another person, I need you to be whole, healthy, in a right state of mind before you even think about having children. Because I don't know how you guys are half-assing this shit. If you have medical problems, get your health in order. If you have mental problems, get your mental health in order before you have children. Because all of these excuses, which is what excuses to me that I'm hearing, I really don't fuck with. I really don't fuck with. Because these kids deserve the best. The absolute best. And so if you're unable to, for some reason, that you've exhausted all options, meaning getting your mental health check, getting your health physically in check, getting yourself spiritually in check, do not have children. You shouldn't be having sex, to be honest, because you're not whole. You're lacking. Okay? So how are you going to fully be there for a child who's going to fully depend on you? So you have to be in abundance, overflowing, in order for you to be there for a child. Because they need you to be present. So if you're thinking about X, Y, and Z and all this shit to the point that you can stress yourself out and dry up your milk, that is a problem. Because mentally, you wasn't able to get yourself stable so that it wouldn't affect you in such a way. And again, I surely believe that this is a time for women to be getting together. There's moms out there who enjoy breastfeeding, love breastfeeding. Okay? It's called wet nursing. Fuck. The Caucasian did it to us. So why can't we do it with each other? Moms need to be getting together, creating groups. Even if it's, I don't promote pumping. Just like formula, I don't promote pumping just because your body is an intelligence. Like, yeah, is it producing milk? But there's a reason why the baby needs to latch on for the information to get sent back into the booth to see what the baby needs. You cannot replicate that in a formula. You can only replicate that with a body with intelligence to do that. Okay? So yeah, all your options, if you exhausted, meaning you make sure you are well hydrated, meaning you're making sure you eating iron rich foods such as cucumber, dandelion, the list goes on, dark leafy greens, you should be eating those things, eating fruits, eating veggies. Like, you're supposed to be eating clean, because now the difference is the baby is not in your stomach where there's a placenta and all the shit that you may or may not have been eating was getting filtered through the placenta. Now there is no filtration system. It's getting direct. So you do need to change how you fucking eat. You do need to change. Like, your mental has to be clear, because stress will stop your supply. Bro, there's so many things that, like, you can try before giving up. That's all I'm saying. And if you done exhausted all of those options, the next step was to ask another woman. What the fuck? Ask another woman who is breastfeeding, who do have supply, while you still keep working on you. You don't give up trying. This is what I mean. Y'all just you think you can find a replacement. There will never be a replacement for you. Stop relying on things outside of you. You're going to have to figure it out. Period. And you're allowing these systems to control your ability to do that. You don't think that's a problem? Maybe you shouldn't have been relying on them to begin with. Again, the value is in people. Get to know. Because even if it is a milk bank, baby, somebody still had to do that. The value is in us, not in these products they keep fucking putting next to you to make it convenient. It is a convenience, bro. Because the The lesser convenient thing would be, I have to go out of pocket and pay for this milk thing. The lesser convenient thing would be, damn, I gotta search for another woman who can sympathize and be helpful to me so that they can help feed my baby. Those are the less convenient options. Understand and overseeing. Get out of your feelings. This is not even about you as the mom. It's about the children. So you in your emotional bag where your child is still suffering because the fucking name of it is called formula. Hence, a concoction. That didn't even steer y'all wrong. That didn't make you think like, this shit ain't it. This shit ain't it. Bruh. And then, for you to even deeply grasp where I'm coming from, you would have to be aware that this system was targeting you from the beginning. How do you explain to somebody that, yeah, the whole setup was for you to, okay, the people who tell you to send your kids to school is the same people who created factories and warehouses too. So, yeah, you think they didn't think of all of these things? You would have to know how you were being targeted for you to even understand or understand how you getting tricked out of your spot. The first thing they did was separate you and your baby. Oh, I gotta go to work and pay for this and that. Right? Forget, like, they already separate you from your husband, but now they're gonna separate you from your child. Okay? Not only that, they're gonna pump your child with all types of shit as soon as they come out. Not only that, hey, pump them with some more formula. Not only that, hey, look at the food that we're eating. Not only that, hey, my child is not gonna be able to think for themselves because they're just being pumped this information and shit. And then you wonder why there's so many allergies and diseases that these children are born with. You would have to understand to overstand the system that is literally fucking you over and over again. So how do I explain that to you if you can't even grasp the role that you play in this shit, or they play in this shit? You would have never been for it. So, women, go on government fucking assistance if you need to. Stay at home and feed your children. I like, oh, my maternity leave, bruh. Downscale for however long you need to make sure your child is good. Y'all want a life of luxury. That's what keeps y'all thinking it's okay for you to separate from your children. Because it's become normal or an expectation. Bro. But you know who's suffering? And who this affects in the long run? The children. To the point where y'all can't even see that they're trying to get rid of you. How is it a man womb transplant? Hi, butterfly. Womb transplant. You don't think that's an attack on you? Hysterectomies for no reason. You don't think that's an attack on you? Women going missing. You don't think that's an attack on you? Babies just dying for no reason. You don't think that's an attack on you? You end up dying, going to the hospital, having a baby. You don't think that's an attack on fucking you? The imitation. You don't think that's an attack on you? Baby, it's been an attack on you. They're literally trying to get rid of you. I can't say it more for you to grasp. You just gotta know what the fuck is going on in this shit. Because, and honestly, You melanated woman, just know this shit is not for you. Will you be affected? Absolutely. But this shit wasn't even done because of you. They want it done because of their counterparts that's dwindling and ceasing to exist. You just, I guess, innocent bystander, if that's just what you want to call it. Real shit. Listen, all I'm saying is, this is your time for women to come together, join together. Even if you stop breastfeeding, you can always make it come back again. Even if you've never had a baby, you can still produce breast milk through skin to skin stimulation. The body is an intelligence. I need you to know that. It will work with you if you allow it. But you gotta believe in yourself. Don't just quit so easily, because your babies are worth it. I fucking promise. So please. And then another thing. I said this last rising on the last live, but since we are on my platform, do not fucking ask me how old is my baby. Y'all are so fucking ignorant and disrespectful, because do you ask your medical professionals the same thing? Do you ask your doctor, have you had a baby? Have you had an STD before? Have you had cancer before? Do you ask your counselors, your therapists, have they been abused before? Have they been assaulted before? Have they been an addict before? How fucking dare you? You don't even know my background or what I know. Real shit. What if I said my baby would have been 5 years old? What if I said I experienced X amount of miscarriages? How would you feel about that? Disrespectful. Watch your fucking mouth. How about you ask before you assume? How about maybe I may know something that you don't know about? And I'm happy to be in a position where I can actually help mothers and tell them these different options that they couldn't even think for themselves. So stop fucking playing with me, because I would never play about me nor your kids. That's how passionate I am. I'm going to hold you fucking accountable. And I'm going to let you know that you can fucking do it. And you can figure this shit out. But if you want a victim and for me to enable that behavior, I will not. Ever. You're not going to play these kids like they don't deserve better. Real shit. So if you're going to have that energy with me, make sure you have it with every fucking body. Don't be picking and choosing just because it's convenient for you. Just because you and your feelings. The fuck? Get you together. Get you right. Because you know what I do? I don't got no kids. But I'm going to make sure I'm right before I have one. Real shit. Because my kids deserve the fucking best. From me. Period. The fuck? And you guys think you're better than these mammals out here? These animals having babies? You think they have a formula that they can use? And you think you're better than them? Are you okay? And y'all put yourself at a higher intelligence than these mammals. And then you know what? There's even women in your position who can't even think about who can afford to even think about going to buy formula. Fuck you talking about? It's a selfless fucking job. You should know what it takes before you have one. Real shit. Why they gotta deal with the half-ass bullshit? What the fuck? They deserve everything that you got to give. So give them that. That's your extension. Y'all so quick to just dismiss shit or just like, oh, this, like, what was the point of even having children? Y'all need to ask yourself these questions, because if you're relying on anything, you know, that's what I mean. I respect more animals than you, because you know they rely only on themselves. They can't unless they're domesticated. But most of them don't have nobody to rely on but themselves. That's the journey. You figuring it the fuck out with your children. So stop relying on these things that could be taken fucking away from you. And then you know who pays for that? Because you was relying. The children. You gotta think about that. Real shit. So that's my 2 cents about the shit. Y'all need to come together, be creative, like do what you gotta do. If you need any options or suggestions, feel free to hit me up. I'm willing to share what I know, but you gotta figure it out. Stop this whole woe me, or stop this whole trying to like make it make sense or trying to figure it out, because what are y'all gonna do? Y'all need to rely on people, not these franchises, these stores, these companies, bro. We need to start relying back on each other. Real shit. Because when all this shit shut down, what you gonna do? You gonna wish you knew somebody that could help you. Bruh. The value, we are the currency. Value each other, because we gonna need each other when shit hits the fan. Just know that. But y'all have an abundant rise. It's beautiful outside. Make sure to get some sun. Gratitude. And y'all have an amazing rising. And continue to be, positive, abundant. And I'll see you guys next time.